All right, everybody, let's get real for a sec. Who wouldn't love an extra $100 a day, right?
Right.
I mean, we're all busy, but imagine if you could just kind of slip in a little side hustle action
Yeah,
without turning your whole life upside down.
absolutely.
That's what we're diving into today. We're checking out 5 side hustles that promise exactly that, an extra $100 a day.
$100 a day. That's
And don't worry, we're not talking about those like super unrealistic, get rich quick schemes.
right.
These are legit hustles that are designed for people just like,
Yeah.
juggling work, studies, all that jazz.
hmm
They're all about flexibility. And hey, we got a little something for everyone. Creative gigs, techie stuff, even things that get you out and about.
Awesome. I'm excited to dive in.
So should we just jump right in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so first things first, got to keep it real. You can't just expect to snap your fingers and suddenly have 100 extra bucks in your pocket every
Right. It's not magic.
Exactly. Like how much you actually earn with any side hustle. Well, it's going to depend on a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Like how much effort you put in, your skills, even just like how much demand there is for what you're offering.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it this way. If you're trying to sell something that nobody's buying,
Right.
you're not going to make a lot of money no matter how hard you try.
Exactly. So yeah, it's not just about picking a hustle. It's about picking the right hustle for you.
The right hustle, for sure.
Okay, so with that said, with our feet firmly planted on the ground, let's dive into the first side hustle on our list. Digital downloads on Etsy. I think this is a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we've all heard about passive income. You create something once, and then you can sell it over and over again.
Exactly. Make it once, sell it a million times.
But, passive doesn't necessarily mean effortless.
Right.
Like, what kind of time investment are you actually willing to put in up front to, create those products?
Yeah, it's a good point. You want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. But, to your point about time freedom, that's where digital downloads are really great, right? And think of it like you're building a library. You're stocking your shelves. And there are some awesome tools out there that make it so much easier. I mean, things like Canva.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a professional designer to create really amazing stuff.
Right.
But then comes the real challenge, right? You got to stand out in a crowded marketplace. I mean, Etsy's huge.
Yeah.
So niche selection is really key here. I mean, are you designing printables for busy moms? Or are you more into minimalist home decor? What's your thing?
Right.
And then, once you got your niche down, you got to think about driving traffic to your shop. There are tools out there like eRank that can give you some really good insights into what's selling well, how to optimize your listings for search, all that good stuff.
Right. So, okay, let's say maybe designing and marketing, like digital products, isn't really your thing. Let's shift gears to our second hustle on the list, which is online tutoring. I was looking at your profile earlier, and you mentioned that you have a passion for history.
I do.
Could you maybe translate that into online tutoring?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, imagine helping students conquer their history homework.
Yeah.
Or even prepping them for, standardized tests, all while setting your own hours and working from home in your PJs.
Right from the couch.
Exactly. And, there are platforms out there like VIP Kid and Cambly that connect you with students all over the world.
I've heard of those.
Yeah. So the potential reach is huge.
Yeah, no kidding. That's awesome.
So,
I mean, that's a great example of aligning your passion with a side hustle, right?
yeah.
But remember, tutoring is not just about knowing your stuff. You got to be able to guide someone's learning experience. You
Right.
got to be patient. You got to have really strong communication skills.
For sure.
And think about what sets you apart. Can you break down complex topics in a really simple way?
Yeah.
Can you create engaging lesson plans that bring history to life?
Right. So you're not just reading from a textbook.
Exactly.
Okay, so from digital creations to sharing your knowledge, our next hustle takes us into the world of treasure hunting. Reselling thrifted items. Such a fun one.
It's a good one.
I love it. It combines the thrill of the find with the potential for profit. You just hit up your local thrift stores, flea markets, even online marketplaces. You never know what hidden gems you're going to uncover.
It's like a treasure hunt.
It is a treasure hunt. And then, there are platforms like eBay and Depop that make it really easy to list your finds and connect with buyers all over the world. But how do you even know what to look for? What's going to be valuable?
Yeah, I mean, that's where the research comes in, right? Like knowing how to identify those valuable items and price them correctly. I mean, that's crucial.
Right.
You don't want to accidentally sell like a vintage designer bag for like $5, right?
Oh my gosh, no.
That would be tragic. But there's so many resources out there, online, even dedicated communities where resellers share their tips and tricks. And, don't underestimate the power of presentation.
Oh, for sure.
High quality photos and good product descriptions.
Yes.
Those are going to make a huge difference in attracting buyers.
Totally. All right, so for our fourth hustle, let's get a little practical. Now, you mentioned earlier that you're pretty handy around the house. Have you ever thought about putting those skills to work on TaskRabbit?
I actually haven't.
Really?
Oh, you should.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay, so like assembling furniture,
Yeah.
mounting TVs, like helping people with all those everyday tasks that they either don't have time for or they just don't have the skills to do themselves.
Right.
It can be a pretty lucrative side gig. And the best part is you set your own rates, you choose your own hours, and you even get to pick the tasks that you're interested in.
Yeah. Some taskers even report earning like over $1,000 a week.
That's wild.
Yeah, so you could be making more on TaskRabbit than you are at your regular job.
Crazy.
But, it's not just about like completing the task. It's also about building a reputation,
Reputation, yeah.
like for reliability and excellent customer service. I mean, think about it. If you were hiring someone to come into your home, you'd want someone who's not only skilled, but also like trustworthy and professional.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, clear communication, being on time, paying attention to detail, that's all going to go a long way in, securing repeat business and getting those good reviews.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So our final hustle is for those who prefer something, quick, easy, and maybe a little less hands-on. And that is website testing. Have you ever heard of this?
I have heard of it, but I've never really looked into it.
Okay, well, basically, there are platforms out there like user testing that pay you to share your thoughts on websites.
Wow.
Yeah. It's as simple as like browsing a website, completing a few tasks, and just giving your honest feedback.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So you get paid for your time, and businesses get valuable insights into like how users are actually interacting with their sites. So it's a win-win.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's a great way to just like dip your toes into the gig economy, especially if you're short on time or you just like prefer low pressure tasks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it might not replace your day job,
Right.
but it's a really fun way to make some extra cash. And plus, you're helping to improve websites.
Yeah.
Which is great for everyone, right?
Totally. So there you have it. 5 different side hustles.
5.
Each of its own like, appeal and earning potential. But remember, the key is to choose a hustle that like aligns with your interests, your skills, and the amount of time and effort that you're realistically able to invest.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you don't want to pick something that's going to make you miserable that you just don't have time for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So think about what excites you, what you're good at, and what fits into your lifestyle.
And remember, side hustles, they're not just about the money. They're a great way to explore new possibilities, maybe learn some new skills, get some experience, and yeah, of course, make some extra cash while you're at it.
So really, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Take the plunge, dive into one of these side hustles, and see where it takes you. You never know what opportunities might be waiting just around the corner.
You got this.
All right, that's it for today's deep dive. Catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.